Do you know the top 10 countries in the world where motorcycles and motorbikes are most popular? The number 1 country may surprise you. Stay tuned.
Coming in at number 10 is the South American country of Brazil. Brazil is the world's 5th largest country by area and the 7th largest country by population. According to the United Nations, more than 215 million people live in Brazil. 29% of Brazilian households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike. Coming in at number 9 is the Southeast Asian country of the Philippines. This archipelago nation consists of a chain of over 7,000 islands. The Philippines is the world's 64th largest country by area and the 13th largest country by population. More than 116 million people live in the Philippines according to the United Nations. 32% of Filipino households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 8 is the West African country of Nigeria. Nigeria is the world's 32nd largest country by area and the 6th largest country by population. Over 220 million people live in Nigeria according to the United Nations. 35% of Nigerian households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 7 is the South Asian country of Pakistan. Pakistan is the world's 34th largest country by area and the 5th largest country by population. Over 237 million people live in Pakistan according to the United Nations. 43% of Pakistani households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 6 is the South Asian country of India. India is the world's 7th largest country by area and the 2nd largest country by population. Over 1.42 billion people live in India, according to the United Nations. 47% of Indian households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 5 is the Southeast Asian country of China. China is the world's 3rd largest country by area and the largest country by population. Over 1.425 billion people live in China according to the United Nations. 60% of Chinese households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 4 is the Southeast Asian country of Malaysia. Malaysia is the world's 68th largest country by area and the 45th largest country by population. Over 34 million people live in Malaysia, according to the United Nations. 83% of Malaysian households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 3 is the Southeast Asian country of Indonesia. This archipelago nation consists of a chain of over 17,700 islands, of which 7,000 are uninhabited. Indonesia is the world's 15th largest country by area and the 4th largest country by population. Over 276 million people live in Indonesia, according to the United Nations. 85% of Indonesian households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 2 is the Southeast Asian country of Vietnam. Vietnam is the world's 67th largest country by area and the 16th largest country by population. Over 98 million people live in Vietnam, according to the United Nations. 86% of Vietnamese households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Coming in at number 1 is the Southeast Asian country of Thailand. Thailand is the world's 51st largest country by area and the 20th largest country by population. Almost 72 million people live in Thailand, according to the United Nations. 87% of Thai households own at least one motorcycle or motorized bike.
Fun fact: Thailand is known as the Land of Smiles and is also known as the Land of 100 million scooters.
Now that you know the top 10 countries where motorcycles are most popular, want to hear more facts about motorcycles? Stay tuned for 2 fun facts I bet you didn't know.
Fun fact: who invented the motorcycle? The answer to this question is the subject of debate. The earliest motorcycles were powered by steam engines. These early inventions were called motorized bicycles. They were developed in the late 1800s. Some sources claim that the first motorcycle was created in 1867 by an American inventor named Sylvester Howard Roper. Roper called his steam-powered invention a velocipede. Other sources give the credit to German inventors, Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach, who invented a motorized bike with a diesel-based engine in 1885. They called their invention the Reitwagen, or riding wagon. Bonus fact: ironically, the American inventor Samuel Howard Roper died in 1896, while riding one of the steam-powered motorcycles he invented.
Fun fact: when does a motorcycle become an antique? There are many factors to consider, like whether the motorcycle has been customized or not. However, the main requirement is the motorcycle's age. The age a motorcycle must be, to be considered antique, depends on where you live and who you ask. Each country has its own classification of an antique motorcycle. For example, in Great Britain, a motorcycle made before 1915 is classified as veteran. Older motorcycles built after 1915 are classified as vintage. In the United States, a motorcycle must be at least 35 years old to be considered an antique, according to the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. The Antique Motorcycle Club of America's classification is not universally used throughout the United States. Each state has its own age requirements. For example, California requires a motorcycle to be manufactured in 1942 or earlier to obtain an antique license plate. Regardless of where you live, antique motorcycles are beautiful. They stir up a sense of nostalgia. They tell a story of what life may have been like for the people who rode these beautiful machines on the roads, streets, and highways of big cities, small towns, and rural communities all around the world. Very old motorcycles take you back to yesteryear. They make you smile. Motorcycles are so beloved, there are a number of motorcycle museums in the United States and in other countries around the world. Bonus fact: the Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum, located in Birmingham, Alabama in the United States, holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest motorcycle collection in the world.
There you have it. The top 10 countries where motorcycles are most popular. Please leave a comment below and share your thoughts about motorcycles. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.